Hey guys, what is up? Lucii here. Just for real quick, before we start the podcast today, I wanted to say first of all, we're back. Hello. It has been a good few months. We will be addressing that in the episode that's coming on July 31st, but there are going to be 3 episodes before that, including today's. We're going to be dropping one on the 15th, which is today, on the 20th, and the 25th. These are 3 backlogged episodes that will all have this exact same intro in them. So we do hope you guys enjoy them, and then we will have some more relevant stuff coming up in the, I believe, 49th episode coming up. But yeah, we'll see you guys soon, and we'll be back to our regular schedule coming this August. What is up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the LoofCast. It is episode 45, and today we're going to be discussing some AI bullshit.
Yeah.
That's about all I really had for the lead in there. I'm gonna be honest, I woke up 15 minutes ago. It's like 7:30 in the morning and I work in 2 hours. And it's also March 16th, 16th. And we're just late as fuck on this episode because we were gonna record this on Tuesday, March 12th, but I, like, 3 days beforehand learned I was going to Lake Tahoe for a snowboarding trip, so... Yeah.
And then I've been working overtime the last 2 weeks because... one of my things I'm gonna do this year is I need to upgrade my PC, right? You know, I think it's like every 4 years is what I do. Right?
That's fair.
And
I gotta do the
upgrade all my
same
parts
because
right?
my NZXT parts are starting to shit the bed again, and I'm just gonna replace them.
Yeah. So I need that's gonna be like $1,500.
Yeah.
So I've been working overtime the last 2 weeks, and I'm still in it right now. I've been working on a 7-day streak right now, and I'm on day 5.
Oh boy.
Yeah, it's great.
It's been fun. It's been fun for both of us. We're suffering.
Oh, and then I guess I'll talk about. You know, I told Lucii I would tell him about this after before we started recording this. So my car battery died the other day. I don't really know why. I have an older car. It's 1994.
I was gonna say we're not car guys.
Shit, right?
I was gonna say we're not car guys. We're PC guys. Like, the battery just fucked up. That's the best explanation
I don't know why.
We got.
It was probably because my AC was on and the compressors stay powered. Yeah, I don't care, right?
Yeah.
Whatever. Battery's old anyway.
Things.
Had to replace it, right? Cool. Fine. Well, I have an old style battery, and usually the battery it detaches from the top of the battery, right?
Yeah.
Usually. No, that's not how mine is. Mine is you attach a little bolt to the side of the battery, and it clamps onto that.
What the fuck? The side?
It seems weird, but it actually makes more sense than actually doing it on the top. I actually like the clamps here better.
I was gonna say, like,
it's...
I imagine it'd be like, it'd look smoother and just be easier. But it just seems so weird to me after seeing so many car batteries on, like, the top there.
Yeah. So basically, I had to get these 2 little side bolts. I went to Sam's Club to get it replaced. Right. Met this great mechanic, super nice guy. He was helping me, actually showing me how to do it. Right. So I actually somewhat know what I'm doing. Right. And he's like, okay, I don't want to void your warranty, so go grab 2 more side bolts from the AutoZone down the street. Just so your battery warranty stays valid. I'm like, okay, sure, no problem. I can do that. Go to the AutoZone, go get them. Return back, and he's like, what the fuck are these things? So they gave me the wrong one. To explain this bolt that I need, okay?
Yes.
It is 5/16. All right.
Oh, God.
That's what I need. Okay. Hang on 1 second. Dude. All right. Drippy nose.
All good.
But I need 5/16 size, basically.
And they were all wrong, weren't they?
No. One side was 5/16. Don't worry, that was the short side. But there's 2 sides to this bolt.
Yep.
And the long side is I can't remember. It's 11/16.
What the fuck?
And now there's just a long ass fucking bolt sticking out of my battery. Now,
Brilliant.
if anything metal were to so happen to bounce into my hood and so happen to bounce into where that battery is and touches that, my entire computer system fries.
Yeah.
My entire car will total. Like that.
Yeah, what the fuck? What is AutoZone doing?
So he was like, yeah, I'm gonna put these on for right now, but no, this is dangerous as fuck. You need to get this done as soon as possible, right?
Yeah.
So then I go back to AutoZone this morning, right?
Yeah, this is like right before the podcast.
Yeah, so then I got up at 7:30 in the morning after getting home from work at 2:30, getting like 3 hours of sleep.
Yep.
Just so I can get up to do this. I go to AutoZone, try to go get the new part, and they're like, "Oh, sorry, we don't make universal parts for that.
Oh, fuck off.
We don't order them either, so you'll have to go somewhere else."
Where did they get the first one, motherfucker?
Yeah. Oh, and by the way, did you put those screws in your battery? Oh, you can't return those. You used them.
I just started a fist fight.
So yeah, I just wasted $13.
I'd have started a fist fight. Especially at 7:30 in the morning, I'd have started a fist fight at AutoZone.
Yeah. Oh, and then turns out, of course, the advanced auto parts. Why the fuck? Can we just talk about something real quick? Why the fuck in America do these auto parts stores all look the same?
No, I
can't
swear to
tell
God.
you guys apart. You guys all look the same. The only one I know that looks different is Napa. You wanna know why? Because it's blue and yellow. It's kind of hard to miss.
No, that's fair. That's fair. They all have like a same or similar branding, and they all stock everything the exact same way. It drives me insane.
Yep. But guess what? I looked at Advanced Auto Parts' website, which is basically in a town 15 minutes away from me.
And they don't have it.
Oh, they have it. Oh, no, they have it. But guess what? I found that out at 9 o'clock. By the time that I would have drove there,
and
that would have been a 30-minute trip to there and back, and then I'd have to go to Sam's Club, get it done real quick, and then head back.
Yeah. Yeah, nah, fuck that.
And it just wouldn't have made sense.
No, not at all.
At all.
But yeah. That's
now
fucked.
I just have a bolt sticking out of my battery for the moment till I can buy that part. It's real good.
Yeah, that's terrifying.
Yeah. Any interesting stories on your end? Sweet.
Well, I tweaked my shoulder.
Yeah, I was about to say, you said you went snowboarding.
I did, yeah. So for those who don't know, I work for like a local retail company, but they like do these little like company sponsored trips occasionally you can sign up for. And they pay for basically everything, which is actually really nice. So like
that's sick.
Yeah, it's like a day trip sort of deal. They'll basically like we meet at our stores at like 5 a.m. Everyone piles onto a bus. They drive us up to Lake Tahoe, which usually takes about 4 hours. So we're there at 9 when the resort's open, pretty much. And then we all get to like ski and snowboard from like 9 to 4 p.m. 4 p.m. they pile us back in the bus. They ship us back down to San Francisco, and then we're there at like 8:30ish usually. So it's like a nice little day trip to ski. If you don't have like a season pass, they'll like give you like complimentary lift ticket for the day. They give like food vouchers, so it's like they pay for everything, which is really nice.
Really?
But yeah, no, it was fun. It was quite a bit of powder up there, which was really nice, but there was a few icy patches on the slopes we were on. And I happened to hit one of those, and I got it on camera, but basically I snowboard, so I was slowing down a little bit. And all of a sudden I hit this icy patch, and my board lost every fucking bit of traction that it had. So yeah, right. Basically, I hit the icy patch, I lose all traction, and all of a sudden, I just fucking fall. So, on camera, you like it's hard to see, but I basically roll down the fucking ice patch, first landing on my right shoulder. And my poor coworker's like maybe 30 feet behind me, and he sees me just yeet my ass down this ice patch. Literally, he just sees me yeet my ass down this ice patch, and he comes up next to me on his skis. He stops. He's like, "Are you good?" And I'm just like laying there on my back, like holding my shoulder. I'm just like, "Yeah, Yeah, I'll be fine. I'm just like sitting there like in fucking pain.
See, I wish I've never been. I've skateboarded before. I've a little bit of experience skateboarding. I'm sorry if you're a skateboarder listening to this, but I tried to learn an ollie for about 2 months and I couldn't do it, so I gave up.
You know what's funny?
I couldn't do it, man. I couldn't. What's up?
I can do an ollie on a snowboard, but not a skateboard.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's so bad.
See, that I can understand because the snowboard is attached to your feet, right?
Yeah, you can't get out of that thing.
The skateboard's a lot more physics based. Right?
Yeah. Oh, well, the other thing about snowboards, or my snowboard too, which I have to do when I get to work today, I have to bring my board and boots with me. Because guess what? While I was up there, I learned that my snowboard bindings don't fit.
Oh, nice.
I can't close my toe binding.
Yep. For those that don't know, that's the thing you attach your feet to, right?
Yes. So for context, like if you're a skier and you don't know much about snowboard bindings, or if you just don't know much about either, with skis, there's an easy way into your skis. You could just stomp your foot in, and it basically links to the front of your boot and the back of your boot. And if you ever fall, your ski bindings are designed to release your boot. So they're designed to basically detach. So if you've ever seen like videos of like skiers falling, you usually see their skis either stop or like just fly off in a separate direction. And that's just because, you know, in order to prevent tearing your ACL or like further leg injuries, your skis just break off, and that's that.
Or literally, I was about to say, or literally tearing your leg off, because if one of those skis happens to get stuck in like a hard piece of snow while you're tumbling, think, there it goes.
Yeah, well that's how it happens.
Your leg is still attached?
That's how it like tears your ACL and everything. Like, because fun fact, pulling your leg out of a ski binding, you can literally just tear your ACL doing that. Like those things are fucking difficult. But the thing with snowboard bindings is they're not designed to detach. When you're in the board, you're in the board. There's no out. So that's the fun thing. Like, you know, if you crash, you're going where the fuck the board goes. Yeah, no, it's great. But the thing is
I think it's the funniest thing, just watching snowboarders tumble with their boards. Like, it's awful,
so funny.
Obviously, but
no, it's still funny as fuck though, because it's just like if your board catches like powder, or ice, or anything, you're going wherever the fuck that board's going, bro. Like, good luck. But the thing is the bindings on a snowboarder bindings are a bit different than ski bindings. Like, they don't attach to the front and the back of your boot. Basically, you step in the boot, and there's a backing that goes up against your calf. There's an ankle strap that goes over your foot, and then there's a toe binding, and the toe binding goes like right over the corner of your boot. So like, say this is your boot here, like my hand, ankle's here, toe binding is like right on the corner of your boot. And the thing is the bindings are all designed to, like the sizing are all designed to accommodate a certain range of shoe size. So like a small, for example, is going to be like a 6 to 8. A medium's going to be an 8 to 10. Large is going to be a 10 to 12. And then like an XL would be like a 13 to 15. And the thing is, I wear size 14 and a half shoes. And I have a large binding.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Wait. How did I not know this information?
I don't know, but yeah, my shoe size is 14 and a half men's. So I just have ridiculously large fucking feet. Like, I'm literally a clown. But the thing is, I wear size 14 and a half shoes. So the thing is, I have large bindings because that's the max my company sells. Occasionally we'll get an XL in, which is just random. So we might have to special order it. But yesterday I was sifting around in our binding room, and I found what might be an XL because it lists a size 13 on the box. So I'm going to see if maybe I can close the toe strap easier. Because if I can close it easier, I'm golden. I'm just going to get them to unmount my current bindings and remount the new ones. But, like, fuck, dude.
Yeah, I bet you that's a pain in the ass.
It's just terrifying. Because it's like, the thing is like, only being able to get one notch on your toe binding is terrifying to me.
Yeah.
What were you saying?
Like, you could just lose your foot at any time.
Well, it's not even that, but it's the fact that if like my ankle binding isn't tight enough and like I slide forward on the board, my foot hits the snow and I crash.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. What were you gonna say though?
If I had to choose between, I haven't done either. If I had to choose between skiboarding and snowboarding, I'd probably choose snowboarding first.
That's fair. Here's the thing. The one thing like I absolutely love about snowboarders, and this isn't like no diss to skiers. Skiers are also great people. But the one thing I love about snowboarders is even like our instructor on the day we went up on Tuesday was amazing about this. But he was like, I just love snowboarders because like they always have what he called like a snowboarder's heart, which is basically just like they're acknowledging that like this is going to be like a lot harder than skiing, and they're also like acknowledging the facts like this is gonna like I'm gonna fall a bunch. I'm going to like this is gonna like result in a lot of fuck ups first, but I'm gonna keep going for it.
Yeah.
And it's one of my favorite things about it. But I will say, as a snowboarder, one of my favorite memes is also just no matter what happens on the slope, it's always just the snowboarder's fault.
Yep.
It's like my favorite meme.
Yep.
Although, I will say, I think we should probably move into the topic, because I think how long have we done this for? About 15 minutes.
We're good.
Yeah, we're good. All right, cool. I have very poor time frame skills.
Don't worry, I've been keeping track of that. I usually do.
Valid. But yeah, I mean, overall it was a fun time, and I'm planning another trip with my coworkers outside of work, so that'll be fun.
There you go.
But I mean, moving on to the general topic of today, this has actually been something we've been wanting to discuss for like the last 8 months, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, but then there was one video that I saw that like really kind of took it over the edge for me.
Yeah.
Of kind of.
Well,
maybe we should talk about this.
Yeah. Let's start out with like the initial thing that like sparked us wanting to talk about, or at least sparked me wanting to talk about AI. And that, for those who remember this, was the QuebbleCop AI. And this was the thing that initially sparked this for me because it pissed me off to no avail. Like, here's the thing. Am I 100% against AI? No. Like, I'm not going to ever say that AI is, a bad thing. But I am going to say it should be heavily regulated. Because, like,
I agree.
The thing is, like, there's, like, plenty of things that AI could be extremely helpful for. And, I mean...
Now, hang on. Let's give context to the QuebbleCop situation.
Yes, sorry. If you don't know who QuebbleCop is, he was a YouTuber / streamer for a while. And the reason I say was is I don't even know if he actually makes his own content anymore. But he spent his time developing this thing called the QuebbleCop AI, and he basically defined it as this like next-gen tool for creators to basically not have to even participate in their videos. So basically, like, for example, say you were a content creator, you'd record your gameplay, and you wouldn't even have to talk or do shit, and then you just let the AI analyze the gameplay, and it would basically do this animatic thing of you in the corner like a face cam, and it would replicate your voice. And that's what he did. Which was like the peak of fucking laziness. And this is the one thing where I think AI should be regulated, but the entertainment industry should not be allowing AI. And I hold firm on that because I'm like, in my opinion at least, nothing is going to beat like a genuine person writing, creating, and like putting work into like content, movies, books, anything like that.
Right.
So that was the thing that sparked like the whole like what the fuck AI sort of deal for me, because that happened, and then shortly after that there was the AI art fiasco, where all of these companies were just like, hey, fuck it, we are just gonna rob independent artists to train our engines.
Yeah. Who was it first that just started taking off of the internet?
Midjourney.
Is it OpenAI? Or Midjourney? Yeah.
Midjourney was the first. OpenAI did it shortly after.
Yeah.
Which is just crazy.
We'll get back to OpenAI a little bit later.
Yeah, it's just crazy to me.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like half these companies should be able to be sued, but also, like, there's so many loopholes that allow them to do this. It's insane.
I was about to say, the thing is, Lucii is like, really, they're not doing anything illegal. That's the thing.
I mean, in a sense, it is intellectual property theft.
The problem,
but
the main
thing
problem
is there's loopholes.
There's no regulations. Yeah.
Yeah, like technically. Oh, you're on the floor.
Yeah, don't worry about that. My whole VR system was bugging.
Okay. No, that's fine. I feel like I'm watching an episode of The Exorcist. Holy shit. Okay, we're good. For all of the audio listeners, what I need you to understand is we're sitting on a couch in VR chat right now, and what I just witnessed was Oof, like, crumpled into a ball inside the couch, and then he stood up, and his neck cracked and turned around, and now he's kind of leaning to the right. His arms are broken, and that man's head is, like, snapped into his back. So I'm basically watching The Exorcist.
I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. It was just terrifying. All right, he's back. We're good. He's just like your neck broke. You went straight down inside the couch, and then all of a sudden you stood up.
I saw through the little because with my Oculus menu, I could still see through, right?
Yeah,
move around.
You just like stood up, towering over me, and your head was snapped in a 180. Oh, that was terrifying.
By the way, video listeners, if you see me like moving around my hands and like typing, like doing like this is me looking at a tab in VR space. Don't worry about it. Fine.
No, we good. But yeah, like the whole like AI art thing, like I can't believe that's not like illegal at this point. Because the thing is like, I mean, to be fair, I actually can't believe it's not illegal. It's not illegal, to be honest.
Yeah, I was about to say we'll get to that, but I can 100% believe why it's still illegal right now.
Dude, the fucking Supreme Court's trying to ban TikTok at this point, dude. Like,
okay, can we take a break from AI real quick? Can we just talk about that real quick? Can we just talk about this?
This is like the fourth time they've attempted it too.
I need everyone to realize this and punctuate this in their fucking brain. I don't care if you wear a red hat. I don't care if you have.
I don't care if you vote for an elephant
around. Yes, I don't care if you have a rainbow keychain around here. Listen to this real quick for me, okay? 81% of Congress voted to ban this fucking thing.
Well, no.
The TikTok.
Well, no. But here's the thing. Have you read the full bill?
Yes.
Because no, the full bill will allow them to just do it to any social media, which is insane.
No, but Lucy, listen. Hear me out.
Yes.
81% out of all of the things that they have voted on in the last 4 years, nothing has even come close to a unanimous decision. Matter of fact,
not even the last 4 years. I want to say, like the last.
This
10.
year, that's what I said. Well, yeah, but
like
even
the
in
last
this
10
year,
years.
right? Yeah, but even in this year, we've had to vote on the speaker, I believe, 6 times in the last year.
Yep.
And you only need 18 to pass. I believe they only got 21 the last vote.
Yeah.
So you're telling me that 81% of these bozos agree with this bill unanimously?
Yeah, no, literally, it's
How
stupid.
brainwashed are these fucking boomers, man?
Well, it's not even that.
How?
Here's the thing, it's not even that. One of my favorite things about the whole TikTok thing is they're just like, oh yeah, we want to ban the app because, you know, China's selling our data. And I'm like, motherfucker, what do you think Facebook's doing? I live in San Francisco. What is an hour and a half away from me? Silicon Valley. The fuck you think they've been doing for the last 10 years? Like, motherfuckers...
Also, at least with TikTok, sure, there might be some security concerns, but their CEO will come on and tell you, hey, we're usually here to protect your security. We have these encryptions in state. This is what we do to protect your data. This is where it is. You can delete it with this button. It's not hidden in the app. It's just in your account settings. You don't have to go dig through 30 pages to go find it. It's right there.
I mean, it's not even that. Like, he's going above and beyond for that shit. Like, the bare minimum is just not telling you about that. And that's what all of these American companies do the bare minimum. They don't fucking tell you. And one of my favorite things about this is just how much, like, the Supreme Court doesn't know and how much they've been harassing the poor CEO.
Yeah,
like, did y'all see that clip of, like... Well, did y'all see that clip of the guy? He lived in, what was it, Taiwan, right?
He lives in Singapore.
Singapore, that's what it was.
He lives in Singapore. Yes, this is a Singaporean-based company.
Yeah, he's Singaporean, but like the fucking senator there was like, so how long have you been a part of the Chinese Communist Party? Sir, I'm from Singapore. Yeah, but how long? But how long have you lived in China? Sorry, I live in Singapore. Like,
yeah, like over and over again. I'm sorry, sir. There's no data going to China. I live
we
in
literally
Singapore.
operate out of Singapore.
Yeah,
I'm
the
sorry.
company is in Singapore.
Literally, it's like, okay. The one thing I hate about this the most, every time I see like this whole fucking TikTok ban, or like, you know, the fact they were harassing the poor CEO of TikTok, I'm just like, okay, with the senator who's harassing the CEO, really? These are the people running this fucking government? And then B, with the TikTok ban, are there not 1,000 other things that we could be fucking like putting our government efforts to?
There's so many
like,
things that we could be arguing about
build
right
a
now.
fucking rail system like Europe has, motherfucker. Like, I would love to be able to just hop on a train and in 3 days be in fucking New York. Fix a fucking railway system.
Maybe,
like,
I don't know. Maybe fix the education system because it's run by a system that we've instituted in, I don't know, 1904.
Before that, even.
Matter of fact, I'll fact check that. When did Henry Ford develop? By the way, it was Henry Ford. I don't know if you guys know this. Henry Ford developed your education program if you live in America.
Yep.
And it was to develop workers instead of creative thinkers.
Yeah, it was factory workers.
It's just.
Oh yeah, you guys can fact check that too if you want to.
I'm going to look up and fact check when he developed the education plan.
I believe it was 1880s or 1890s. But in short, like, that's the one thing that like irks me about this, like, all this so much, is just like, is there not 1,000 other things that we could be focusing on? Like, for fuck's sake, like, fucking introduce any sort of new bill that will like do anything, but instead we're wasting our time with a social media app.
Oh.
And I will say, this is like, I don't know how true this is. This is my own opinion here, but I think the main reason they want to go after TikTok is because legally the government can technically add laws to regulate what you see on American-based social media. So like TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, all this stuff, legally the government, I don't know if they do it or not currently or how much they're involved in it, but legally they are able to regulate what you can see on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all that, because they're American-based companies. So if something's against...
Well, I'm not gonna...
the thing is, if something is against the law in America, or like, you know, propaganda-wise, for example, technically they can regulate that, and they're like, I'm sure they would do it. The thing that scares them about TikTok is that for like the first time in like at least American history with the internet and so forth, it's like the first kind of social media app that has like unrestricted, like, hey, this is the fucking world, and it doesn't have like this whole America skewed vision, which is like one of the really interesting things about it too, and it's one of my favorite things about it. Like, they're making up a bunch of lies about it, which is really funny, and it's just because like they want to get rid of it because it scares them, because for the first time, like, millions of youth in America are like, you know, seeing the rest of the world for what it truly is, and they're not seeing this whole like, hey, America's the best world sort of thing. Like, they're just seeing it's like, oh, you know, America's complicit in genocide, like, oh, a bunch of other shit. Like, they're seeing all of this, and they're like, a lot of people are realizing like, oh, maybe America really is the villain, which, I mean, let's be fucking real. Yeah. But like a lot of the youth are really starting to see this.
Yeah, just to give an update on that fact check, it was 1927.
Oh, I was dead wrong.
When it was 1927 when he developed the...
But even then, what you gotta think about is we are in 2024, so we are 3 years off from that system being a century old. Like, I want you all to think about this, right? When it comes to, like, you know, the education system and shit like that, and just all of this in general. What did a car look like in 1927, and what does a car look like today? What did architecture look like in 1927, and what does it look like today? Like, we update this shit on a yearly basis at this point.
What is communication?
And the education system, literally, and the fucking education system has been the same since 1927. Something doesn't seem right.
Okay.
But yeah, it's a whole thing.
Yeah.
It's in short, all you need to know, write your fucking congressmans, call them out on their fucking bullshit.
We did get I did get a W, at least for my own personal beliefs. There's a candidate by the name of Jeff Jackson. I've sent you TikTok.
I was gonna say, I feel like yeah.
He's the guy on he's that guy on TikTok that
Oh,
basically he's
yes.
a congressman. Yeah, he used to be a congressman, and he would every time he would do a meeting or anything, he would explain in an unbiased opinion what actually happened and what went on. Right?
Yes, I remember him.
Inside of the room, right? So, good news. He ran for attorney general in his state, which is North Carolina, and he won.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah, he won.
Hell yeah, dude. No, that's awesome.
So he's I like him because one of his biggest messages is to fight corruption. So, I'm good with that.
I am too. There's enough corruption at this point.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it'll be interesting. But
he wants to stop the lobbyists.
Yeah. No, I honestly that's a refresher to see, because the lobbyists are like getting on my fucking nerves at this point.
That's not great.
No,
if you don't know what lobbyists are, it's basically people that pay into the party to make decisions.
Like think a large corporation, legal. They just pay a politician to not fuck with them.
It's basically legal. What is it? Hand somebody money.
It's legal bribing.
Go away. Legal bribing.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Like it's fully legal is the thing. Like, you know, take CBS for example. Because
you're just
you're basically
you're
like
contributing to their campaign. Yeah, sure, buddy.
Yeah, the quote unquote you're contributing to the campaign, but in reality, it's like you're literally just giving them payoffs so that they don't fuck you over with policy and that they give you tax breaks and shit. Which, by the way, before we get back to the AI topic, this is one thing I want to talk about. Fucking Boeing. I need y'all to just think about this for a minute, right? They have had so many issues the past 2 weeks. There have been shit falling off. Like 4 of these incidents were at my local airport, and in exactly 1 week's time, I'm getting on a fucking Boeing plane.
Hey, Lucy, did you know that the Boeing
whistleblower? Yeah, he killed himself supposedly.
Allegedly.
No, because here's the thing.
Allegedly killed himself.
I need y'all to understand.
That's all we're gonna say about that.
No, I'm gonna go full blown conspiracy theorist here for a minute. I need y'all to understand something. That man got murdered, and the thing about it, that man was set to give a deposition that day against Boeing in a 7-year lawsuit. That man
Lucy?
No. Hang on. That man had also killed himself in his vehicle, supposedly outside of his hotel. Nobody, okay, I'm gonna say this right now. Most people who are going to commit suicide do not walk out of their hotel room at 4 a.m, get into their car to kill themselves. Most people are just gonna do it in a hotel room, and you'll be discovered weeks later when the smell finally rots enough.
Yeah.
That man got murdered. I don't care what anybody says. Boeing has literally just killed him, dude.
Jeffrey Epstein was also a suicide too.
Totally. That man 100% was a suicide. No, the full disclosure. The American government's out here killing people. I'm gonna be the next one for saying that.
We have to say allegedly. I'm gonna say allegedly.
Allegedly, I'm gonna be the next one at this point.
Cover your ass, but allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly they've done all of this. I'm gonna be the next one at this point for saying all this, so it's nice knowing y'all.
Don't drink Dr. Pepper.
Don't, oh God, yeah. But straying back into the topic for today. Yeah. Fucking idiotic companies and idiotic government aside, straying back into the topic for today. We were on the Quablecop AI, and we were moving into Midjourney and OpenAI.
OpenAI next?
Well, we're moving into the generative AI shit. Because the generative AI shit is nightmarish to me. And you can't hear the construction in the background, can you? You can. Okay.
If you have a noise gate over your OBS, you should be fine.
I don't. Give me 1 minute. I'm gonna close this window in VR. We'll see what happens.
This is the prime content that you're missing out if you're not watching on YouTube.
Exactly.
You get to watch you sleep.
I can't see right now. And the best part is my window is open right in front of my face.
You know, there's this thing called, you have the Quest 2. There's this wonderful thing. If you double tap your headset, you can see the outside world.
Yeah, but it's more entertaining to do it in VR and just panic the whole time. It's much more entertaining to do it in VR and just panic the whole time while I'm trying to shut the window. All right, either way, though.
I couldn't, bro.
Window is shut. Crisis averted. But, like, the whole generative AI thing is so stupid to me.
See, the thing is I think there could be good uses for it if you have, like, your own library, right? Like, if you're an artist, right? And you have a library gallery of 1,500 artworks, right?
Yeah.
And you want to just make up some line work real quick for a project, right? But
yeah, the thing is,
let's be honest, you want it to speed it up. Cool. You use your own art. You generate your line work. Bada bing, bada boom. I have no problems with that.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, like, I would support that. But the one problem I have with that would be basically just like, the thing is in order to keep that private, you would have to build the engine yourself entirely.
Yes.
Because there's no company out there. Yeah, there's no company out there that would like just like let independent people use that without stealing all of the work they put into it. And it's like the nightmarish thing for me as well is just like the AI art thing kind of loops back into like this whole fucking what's the word? Loops back into the whole like creative thing where I strongly believe AI should not be used in the creative industry. And the reason I say that is just like it's people like I always see these so-called AI artists as they call themselves, and they're just like, oh yeah, I generated this and I'm an artist. I'm like, no, you're not. Like, all due respect, but whatever the fuck you generate off those things is a soulless recreation of somebody who actually put in time and work and passion into their craft.
You Google searched AI art tool. Maybe I'm sorry. Maybe you checked a few websites. Maybe you clicked a couple of them just to get the best quality image of stealing.
Yeah, no, literally.
But it's still stealing, my guy. Sorry.
Yeah.
Now, one thing I will say is I legitimately think it should be banned in creative industries for now.
Yeah.
Now, when I say for now, I only say for now because I think later on, if we can get maybe we can get some smarter people in office one day, and we can make some nice regulations and laws around these things so we can, not have it be abused in the future.
Yes.
But until then, okay. I think there should be either heavy restriction or a straight up ban.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Like, I'm gonna, here, give me one sec. I was trying to pull it up on my PC, but my PC part's been dying recently, so it's like...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, I will say there are some exceptions. There are some exceptions I'm okay with, right? Such as in the video game industry, all right? This is kind of getting away from, like, generative art and more just of AI itself. Things like in Madden, they have the AI, the NPCs are actually AI now, and they actually have a blocking system, which is good for American football. You kind of need your guys to block in front of you, and you need them to do it well. So now that the animations are much better, it runs a lot smoother. It's a much better playing experience, right? Another example is the finals. Lucy, are you okay?
Yeah, kinda. I'm looking for a story that I wrote.
Okay. Oh no, I'm just making sure you didn't die. That's all.
No, I'm here. Because the thing is I used to be, for those who don't know, I used to do part-time work as a journalist at my college. And I actually wrote an article on AI.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Trying to pull that up right now.
But yeah.
Here it is. Found it.
Another example of this is the finals announcers. I'm okay with announcers with AI as long as the voices that they're using have permission, which they did. They had permission to use their voice and likeness, and they got paid for it. So they used their voice as an AI generative thing to pretty much say whatever they want in the game.
Yeah, okay, I found it.
Yes, that seemed Yes, that seems a little crazy that they could say whatever they want, but of course there's probably negotiations and things to be like, hey, we're not gonna make you say things like slurs and things like that, right?
Yeah. I found what I was looking for. Yeah,
Yeah, go ahead.
one of the paragraphs in the articles I wrote, basically it was an artist on Twitter that I had found at one point, Lauren Ipsum. This is like a direct quote from the article that I wrote in this. And it was basically, artist Lauren Ipsum reported seeing the signature of another artist in an AI-generated portrait. She referred to it as the mangled remains of an artist's signature within the image. And she basically showed these 4 images that were off of like Midjourney and Lensa. And it was basically just this fucking, like, it was like you could see the line work from artist signatures in it. And it was just like this, like, fucking mangled mess in the corner of images. It was like, what is that at first? But then you kind of realize, you're like, oh, that's a fucking artist. That's like the people that they robbed.
Yep, it's just their signature sewn together.
Literally.
But yeah, then what really got us started talking again, a couple months past, a few months
yeah, a few months passed. We haven't really talked about it in the last couple months. But then,
and then all
Oof
fucking
sent me a video.
No. We got to talk about Sora first. The video
Oh
generative
god,
AI.
yeah, no. Sora
Like
AI threw me off. Like, here's the thing. I'm both glad and upset that it came out, because that's going to be nightmarish for a lot of things. But the reason I'm excited for it, huh?
I don't think it's out yet.
No, but here's the thing. The one thing is, like, that's going to be nightmarish for a lot of things, but B, I'm really excited that it's coming out. You know why? Because this is going to be the thing that gets AI regulated. You know why?
Yeah, deepfakes.
How much?
There's going to be so many deepfakes.
Well, here's the thing. Not even just deepfakes, but how many politicians do you think are going to get so many fucking videos made against them?
Yeah.
Everybody's about to ban this thing. And, like, a bunch of other generative AI with it. Because here's the thing. It's a very fragile technology. Like, not everyone wants to use it maliciously. But if you start making, like, fucking fake videos of politicians doing shit that catches them in unfavorable positions, costs them votes and other things, they're going to ban that shit in about 3 seconds flat.
Or how about, I don't know, the president of the United States declaring war on another country casually?
Yeah, literally. Because the thing is,
posting it on a fake account?
Because the thing is like, like, if you do that, it's not illegal, number one. So, you know.
Technically.
Yeah, well, on a technicality, yeah. Like, you could post the video, but misinformation is not illegal on the internet. So you could literally just, like, feign ignorance and be like, oh, I just found this.
Now, that would be a more serious charge. That would probably be a defamation.
Oh, you can definitely get in trouble for you can definitely get a defamation lawsuit against you for sure. But the thing is if enough of the videos are out there, the government is not gonna be able to sue everybody in America. Like, good fucking luck. But, like, it's crazy to me how, like, you know, so many people are just, like, okay with this. And you don't even have to be, like, an official or anything for this, but it's just crazy, like, how many people that AI doesn't directly affect, like, people who aren't content creators, who aren't artists, who aren't, like, a number of these things, who just don't care. Like, they don't use it, but they just don't care. And I'm like, dude, like, if you want your future in, like, the entertainment industry to be a mangled fucking mess of soulless AI, like, movies and shit like that, that's your thing.
Probably start caring.
Yeah, that's your thing. Like, have fun with that, dude. When entertainment is, like, borderline dead and AI just keeps spitting out, like, a mangled fucking Disney movie every year, like, have fun, dude. I'm not gonna go to that point. I would rather die.
Yeah, I'm okay. Yeah. The Sora is actually, it's really good at doing certain things. It has a lot of catching up to do. But the fact that growth, it went from the Will Smith eating spaghetti like a year ago, and the awful amalgamation to what it is now is crazy.
Yeah, well, it's crazy, but it's also what you got to remember. What's at least terrifying to me about it is the entire like, think about it like this, right? It's it's crazy in a sense of just like, you know, how like easily believable it is now. Because a year ago, you know, you could see all the errors right in your fucking face. Like, it was just like, okay, this is very obviously fake, you know? Like, with the whole Will Smith thing, like, there was an error front and center screen that you could tell was wrong.
Yeah.
But now it's like, you know, they, like, when that video first started circulating of the Japanese street and the couple walking, like, people thought that was real for a minute.
You gotta look. Yeah, you gotta look.
I know.
You gotta be like, oh, wait.
The thing is
that woman has 6 fingers. Wait a minute.
Well, no, the thing is I actually had to stare at the fucking video for a while before I found like actual like, you know, an actual discrepancy in it.
It was the same one with the
it was in the water.
It was the same one. Have you seen the Formula 1 video? It
Yeah.
took me a second.
No, yeah.
It took me a second to realize it, but like the steering wheel is not right.
Yeah, no. There was like a part missing from it, or it was too filled in or something like that.
No, it wasn't turning. It wasn't turning with the turns. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. Like,
Yeah.
it's both amazing to see what technology is able to do, but it's also terrifying because they're unregulated and there's no laws against them. So I'm just like, what the fuck's about to happen?
And now here's the big one. This is the big one that I saw literally 2 days ago.
Yep.
Or yesterday.
Powered by OpenAI, by the way.
Powered by OpenAI, they had a They had a partnership with BMW, and we're not going to show the video because
Copyright.
we don't want to get DMCA claimed. Don't want to risk that.
The first
if you
AI
want to
worker.
look up the video, look up
BMW AI worker.
Android bot with OpenAI.
Yeah.
Guys, Android bots are here.
Well, that's the thing.
They
the
are
insane part is OpenAI is powering it, but it's basically this actual Android that does the work at BMW. So here's the thing. The thing for the rest of y'all. Immigrants aren't going to take your job. It's going to be the fucking computers.
It's going to be the robots. Yeah,
literally.
Gonna be the robots.
Like, I don't think people realize how close we're getting to like an actual cybernet.
Yeah.
Or what? That's not the Terminator movie. What is it?
Oh, well,
Skytech.
listen.
Wait.
Here's the thing. Skynet is what you're talking about.
Skytech. Fuck.
No, AI is not going to take over. That's not going to happen. Here's the thing.
Give it 40 years.
No. Here's the thing. Here's the thing about AI and the way that we're developing it right now. Yes, it can simulate human emotions based on the things that it generated.
Yeah, it's not there yet.
Is it actually emotion? And is it actually there yet? No. Do I ever think we're actually going to be stupid enough to add emotion into androids? Yes, and it'll be for sex. But that's besides the point.
Well, here's the other thing about it, too. Like, one thing that I've always found interesting is, like, how a lot of people are always like, oh, the AI is only going to get, like, you know, to be a problem when it develops emotions. But my whole stance on it is this. Like, what happens when there's no emotion in it and it's just a computer? But what happens when they start using this shit in, like, sensitive areas? And that, like, you know, one day, this engine that we've designed to do nothing but think. What happens at the point when it decides logically the next step is basically just to eradicate something?
It'll never... that's the thing. Until someone makes the stupid mistake, I'm not going to say it's not going to happen, okay? Because it probably will.
Oh, yeah.
Someone's going to be dumb enough to do it. But until someone makes an AI that is...
capable of feeling?
Specifically designed to kill someone. Specifically intended to kill. Until someone does that, that can't happen.
Yes, but what you have to remember as well is that that's exactly what the American government would do.
I know.
That's why when I say inevitably, like, I don't think they'll do it in, like, you know, the next, like, 5 years. But I think eventually they'll be like, hey, we built an AI soldier. And I'm just like,
but hear me out. Hear me out. That's where us American people need to be like, hey,
No.
Don't do that.
That's what we need to treat the government like a dog and just be like, no,
do not
no
do
table.
that. Because here's the thing, what people don't understand is the people have a lot more power than we think. We're just not unified, so we can't use it.
That's the thing, yeah.
If
the
we
American
get,
people
if we
have
get
a good amount of power, but they just don't ever fucking think properly.
Lucii, if we get a 70% vote across the United States on a petition, it goes into law.
I know,
That's law now. It's the same thing with it. It also goes for states. It varies on state on which percentage. Here in Florida, it's 60%.
It's usually like between 60 to 80.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, for most states, it's usually between 60 to 80%.
People don't realize that, but like we can make things happen ourselves. We don't have to be politicians to do something about it.
Yeah, like you don't have to be in Congress. You don't have to be a president. You could literally just like cause enough havoc, and the government will be like,
have to make an official government petition, and then that's pretty much it. Get your votes. That's it. That's all we have to do. It seems like it's so hard, but it's really not when you really, really think about it. Because if you look at polls of certain issues, a lot of us agree on a lot of things, and we don't realize it.
Here's the thing. You know why it's so difficult here?
Why?
Because unlike a lot of other democratic countries, the thing is a lot of America is basically on the mindset. Like, here's the thing. Other countries fully acknowledge that you can have opposing political beliefs, but at the end of the day, you can agree on policies. But the thing is, America basically takes it as face value. They're like, okay, you support this guy. You're a piece of shit. And it's just like, okay, but like, bro. Like, here's the thing. I have known people who have had not opposite, I should say, but like have had like some opposing political beliefs to mine. Like, none of the major ones, like, racism, homophobia, like that shit's, no. But, like, I've had, like, people, like, Oof and I don't agree on everything is the thing, for example. Sure. But the thing is at the end of the day, both he and I are like, hey, yeah, that doesn't mean that one of us is wrong and one is right. We just differ in belief. And even if, like, one of us was wrong and right, it's like, at the end of the day, okay, we can still agree on policies. Yeah. Like, it's not rocket science. And it kind of shocks me just how little of America has figured out that, like, you can like believe in somebody so long as it's like, and still agree on policy for other things.
Now, and I will say, I was about to say, we're starting to think now. You want to know how
a little
I know?
bit, yes.
If you look at the polls currently, and this is as of March, the age range between, I believe it's 18 to 25. I believe it is over 50% of them are independents.
Yep, I'm listed as independent too.
Democrat, I am also listed as an independent.
Yeah, I fuck both the Democrats and Republicans. You all suck.
Listen. I don't care if you're part of a party, right? But, like, if you solely just believe what the party feeds into you, those are not your beliefs. Sorry.
Yeah.
Those aren't your beliefs. You've been implemented those ideas in your head.
Here's the thing. I'm never gonna hate on somebody for being a Democrat or Republican. However, I do want to be fully honest here. I fully hate your parties entirely. Like, what party you believe in or what party you like identify in doesn't mean anything to me. But I significantly hate both your parties, and that's just because they stop us from getting anything meaningful in this country done. And like it's the same thing with like AI, TikTok, it's all of it. And it drives me insane, like to no avail, because it's just like, what time is it, by the way?
No, we're good. Go ahead.
No, wait, what time is it though?
It's 10:38 or 11:38. Sorry.
Okay. I've got like 40 minutes then. Cool. But in short, it's just like, it's crazy to me, just like how all of this ends up running. Because people are always just like, oh, I'm a Democrat. That means I can't agree with anyone else. Or I'm a Republican. I can't agree with anyone else. I'm just like, guys, just
the mindset of I'm Democrat, so I must vote blue. or I'm Republican, so I must vote red is so stupid. It's just the dumbest thing I've ever fucking heard.
Well, it's also that, but the other insane part of it to me, and this goes for both the Democrat and Republican parties, it's the thing is that once somebody in that party, either party is the thing, once somebody disagrees with one of that party's candidates, that entire party is just like, oh, you're a fucking traitor. And it's like, what?
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to be honest right now. The two fucking running candidates, again for the presidency, are two of the biggest idiots possible we have for this. It's Trump and Biden, again. And see, here's the thing. I'm going to say this right now. Well, hang on one second. I'm going to say this right now. I don't care who you believe in right now. Both of them suck. And if you can't admit that, then clearly you know nothing about them. Either of them.
Yeah. And the thing is then we try to look at the biggest independent right now is RFK. And to be honest with you, his policies at first look really good, right?
Yeah.
He's been out of politics for most of his life, right? Never been in office anywhere. For the last 40 years, he's been working on nature preserves and trying to protect them, being a lawyer for that. Right?
Yeah.
Problem, though, is when he goes around and then decides that he's going to say, I'm going to nominate a football quarterback as my vice president.
Literally, yeah. But I mean, the other side of it, too, is
what?
like, here's the thing. Like, the other side of it, too, is just also the fact of, like, the other reason we never get anything done is specifically because of the two-party system in this country. Look at any other democratic country that doesn't have a two-party system, or that even just doesn't have a party system in general. And most of them...
The problem is a lot of them copied the way American government works, so a lot of them have parties and stuff. It's more of a problem internationally than you think, unfortunately.
That is true.
In Australia.
That is true, but I'm also saying, like, the countries that don't have, like, a heavy two-party system, like the ones that have more parties or more are welcomed in, that's where it's kind of like, you know, okay, they actually have, like, more bipartisan, like, things getting done is the thing. Like, here it's basically just like, Democrat, Republican, and if you're an independent, you just get crushed.
Yeah.
Like, that's the crazy thing here. And I don't use this word lightly when it comes to the American political system, but we need to break apart like this cult party shit. And when I say that, you know, for whoever, you know, watching this, if you're a Democrat or Republican, I mean both your parties. Like, let's be fucking real. They're both cults at this point.
It's very cult-like behavior to just be like, you must vote blue, you must vote for us, you must vote red, you must do this, you must believe this. We are always right.
Yeah, and that's the other thing, is like all of these parties take everything at face value, which is insane to me, because their whole thing is they treat their politicians like gods. Like, the thing is like one politician could basically just be like, oh, you know, I'm gonna do this, and none of that party will research it at all. They'll just be like, oh, well, they said this, so that'll do that, and it's like, what? You're just gonna red or blue? You're just gonna believe them?
Now I hear the keyboard warrior already typing away.
I know.
Right after listening to this much, being like, these guys just hate having believing in one party and all these things. Listen, buddy. Listen. All right. Listen. We're just tired of stupid shit happening and nothing being done about it.
Here's the thing. Yeah, no, like, for all the keyboard warriors...
that has happened.
Yeah, for all the keyboard warriors that are about to yell at us, I genuinely couldn't care if I pissed you off. I'm going to say this right now. Like, I couldn't care less if I pissed you off. And I'm going to say this right now. If you're about to say, like, oh, they're just upset, you know, that, like, they're just upset that their candidates aren't winning. I'm just like, I don't have a fucking candidate, buddy. I'm going to tell you this right now. Ever since I've been able to understand the American political system and vote, mind you, I've just had to pick the lesser of two idiots. Literally, that has been my fucking thing. Ever since fucking 2012, I've just had to pick the lesser of two idiots for the government. They're all stupid.
I have to do this year.
Yeah, literally. And it's like, and the whole thing about it too is like, just, they're always just like, all the keyboard warriors for like Republicans or Democrats are always just like, oh, Like, it's got to be this way. Like, do this, and it's like, okay, motherfuckers, if you guys could think critically for 5 seconds and not take everything your politician says at face value, maybe we'd have somebody competent in office for once.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's the one thing. Anytime I hear somebody say, oh, well, Biden said this, or, oh, Trump said this, and I'm like, do you guys
cool,
research
but what did he
anything?
Actually do?
Well, it's not even just
the
like...
The thing is, here's my problem. Is say. They say
everything. They don't do shit.
What did they actually do?
Well, it's also that, and they always claim they did more after the presidency is the thing. Like, Trump's done it, Biden's done it, Obama's done it. Like, the thing is they always claim they did more after the presidency's over. They're always like, oh, we did this during presidency. And it's like, no, you didn't. Like, you did jack fucking all, and you're just claiming that way for votes now.
Yeah.
But it's like, it's that, and it's also just like the other fact, like, the matter is just like, I'm just sick of having to, like, pick between idiots in office. And it's like, I don't care if at one point you like Trump or at one point you like Biden. But let's face the facts here real quick. They're both idiots. Like let's actually think critically for a minute. Let's face the fucking facts in the matter.
Face the music.
Like, face the music. Here's the thing. I'm not going to hold it against you if at one point you believed in a candidate and then you learned, like, okay, this was wrong. Or, like, okay, yeah, this was kind of stupid of me to believe in. Like, I'm not going to hold it against you or be a dick about it. But, like, think critically for a minute is all I'm asking. Like, let's realize that both of these candidates are idiots. And yes, we're unfortunately fucked this year and we're stuck with them for another 4 years. One of them at least. Yeah. But, like, in 2028, when it rolls around, let's actually just try and get somebody competent into the office for once in our fucking lives.
Hey, maybe not over the age of 70. That would be nice.
Yeah, can we go for somebody who's like who's in their fucking 30s for once, dude? Like, why the fuck are we electing people in their 60s?
Listen, the minimum age for presidency is 35. All right?
Literally, 30. There should be a maximum age.
There's a huge gap that we can have here. Okay.
Yeah, literally, we could get somebody who's 40 years younger than the idiots we have right now. It's crazy.
Sorry, we started to go into a political tyrant, but, like, this is just kind of the subject at hand.
I mean, the thing is it all links together. AI. Like, it all links together. Like, the AI, TikTok, all of it. Like, the thing is it all links together. Because if we don't... At the end of the day, if you don't act, nothing will change.
Yeah, if we don't, state your opinion on how you feel about this issue and make your vote on how these things happen, nothing will get done. We'll just sit here and talk about it forever.
We'll sit here and talk about it forever, but also, like, we'll just keep electing people who don't do anything. And that's the thing. Yeah. That's, like, that's, like, they're in the problem, pretty much. So it's just, like, we're just going to keep fucking ourselves over.
Yeah. Now, we do have to wrap it up here.
We do.
This bozo has to go to work.
I do. But I just want to leave with one final thought real quick. And it's like, for once... I don't care what your affiliation is, Republican, Democrat, Independent, whatever the fuck you are. Just take this next election at face value. Yeah, we're fucked currently, but, the next one, 2028, just think critically about it. Look at politicians, look at their policies, see which ones are going to do the most harm, and actually research before you do anything. And just, work from there. Like, that's all I ask, is the thing. And another thing about it too is just one other final thing, I guess, is the thing is I genuinely don't care what your beliefs are on, like, some of the larger issues. Like, I don't care if here's the thing. This is gonna sound bad for like 30 seconds, but I promise it will make sense in a minute. Mm-hmm. I don't care what you think about people who are a different gender, different skin color, different sexuality, any of that. Mm-hmm. But here's the thing. What I need you guys to do for once in your fucking lives is just not care what they are for once. Like, them existing is not going to do any harm for you, and they're not going to go away, no matter who you vote for.
Okay, now I get what you mean. Okay.
Yes.
I lost you for a second,
you did. That's why I said it was going to sound bad. Like, I don't... here's the thing.
No, in the middle... it was in the middle that I lost you, but we're good.
Yeah, like, here's the thing. I don't care what you think about somebody who's different than you, all right? Whether you're, like, racist, homophobic, or whatever, all right? Those are your beliefs. Right. I can't change them. But the people who exist there...
if you grew up a certain way... At a certain level, I understand. I grew up in the projects. I know how you can be raised. I understand that it's very hard to just swap your beliefs after believing this for so long and being raised on it. I get it.
It's hard to swap your beliefs, but here's the thing. I see so many people on a consistent basis always saying, like, you know, like, oh, this person's just this way because they're insert skin color, insert sexuality, or insert gender. And it's like, okay, cool. Believe what you want. I can't change your minds. But all I'm going to tell you right now is you're not going to change them by voting. You're not going to get rid of them by voting. And the one thing about it is, like, they're like, everybody who's a different person, different race, different skin color, different sexuality, gender, they're not going anywhere. All right? I don't care what you believe, but they're not leaving, and their existence does not bring you any harm. All right? So, you know what? I don't care what you believe, but they're not leaving, and it's time to stop hurting people just because we can and actually make a fucking difference in this country for once. And and I know a lot of you believe this. If you believe this country is as great as it truly is, it's time for you to fucking fix your shit and start making it that way.
Yeah, let's actually make it great, huh?
Literally. Like, here's the thing. If you want this country to be as good as you believe it is, you need to actually fucking act up and start working that way. Because I'll tell you right now, out of the first world countries, we are probably one of the lowest.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm pretty tired of walking around in a public place and have to look over my shoulder every 2 seconds.
Literally.
I'm not sure if there's gonna be a mass shooter.
Oh, same.
And this actually does hit close to home because recently there was a mass shooter in my town. I'm not gonna say which one it was, but a bigger streamer also got affected by it because he was in the crossfire.
Yeah.
He was in the strip when it happened.
Yeah.
And a friend of mine, well, a friend of ours actually, was in town when it happened. Yeah. So I didn't. That was a scary night, and I'm tired of that, man. Tired of shit like that.
Yeah. Here's the thing. I'm tired of it all. Like that. Just kind of like leave off with it, I guess. I'm just tired.
We're tired.
Like I don't want to see.
We're tired.
I'm sick of seeing all of this whole, like, you know, okay, like, and before the keyboard warriors come back, listening to this, I don't care if you own guns. I don't care. I don't care. I'm tired. All right, like, if you're responsible with guns, cool, keep them. They're not gonna do shit for you anyways. Like, if you're not gonna go fucking shoot up a building, keep your guns. I don't care. And if it's like, if your whole thing's like, oh, well, when the government shows up, the government's going to obliterate you. They got a fucking drone from 60 fucking miles away that will nuke your house.
At any time, you could be set off.
Literally. Like, I'm going to say this right now. My whole thing about it is,
your humble little abode will save you.
Literally. Like, I'm going to say this right now. Like, you know, going back on the, like, little tangent just from earlier, just before we end here. I don't care if you own guns. I don't care what your beliefs are. It's time to quit fucking squabbling over the pettiest things, like fucking human lives and like other shit like that. Like, it's not a fucking issue. The fact of the matter is, we should not be openly killing people in this country. We should not be debating on fucking race, sexuality, gender. We should not be debating on this shit. They're minimal. They're minimal things. They don't affect your life in any way.
We should not be debating on things that take away people's jobs.
Literally. Like, at the end of the day, at the end of the day, it's all this shit, and we shouldn't be debating it. So own guns, be whoever the fuck you want to be. I don't care. But let's actually act up and make this country a fucking place that people can actually be proud to live in. Because right now, I'll tell you this, I am embarrassed to say that I live in America. And I've been that way my whole life. And I don't care if that pisses you off. But living in this country...
If I had children in the future, I'd be scared for them.
Literally. Like,
if I raised them in America.
Literally. Like, yeah. Like, one final thing before we sign off here. It is genuinely embarrassing to say that I'm an American citizen. And I don't care how many of you that pisses off, but I'm sorry. It is genuinely embarrassing to look at any of my friends who are foreign in other countries and to tell them that I'm an American citizen. Because I know that the second somebody finds that out, whether they know me or not, there is a sliver of judgment. Just because of what we do here.
Yep.
So,
anyways.
Yeah, that's gonna be the kind of final bit there.
See ya.
But like, yeah. In short, we're just tired. But yeah. When it comes to it, I hope you guys enjoyed. We will be seeing you all again at the end of March. No idea what that episode topic's going to be. I do want to bring some more guests on soon.
Yeah, I have an idea.
Bet. But yeah, other than that, we hope you guys enjoyed, and we will be seeing you all in the next one. That will be March 30th, March 31st, whatever the end date of the month is. Yeah, other than that, don't forget to check out our podcast, YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon device that I can't say behind me. And then, yeah, interact with it. Get it on some more feeds. You know, do some of the analytics stuff. Follow, share, subscribe.
Yada, yada.
Like, whatever the buttons are on your platform. But yeah, other than that, we do hope you guys enjoyed. We will see you later.
Bio! No merch. There's no merch.
Merch in what's that Twitter meme? Nudes in bio. That's what it was.
No. Don't look up Phineas and Ferb in the search bar. It scarred me for life.
Oh god, yeah. All the clickbait shit. But no. As always, have a good one, y'all. Don't take everything at face value and don't trust AI. Peace out.
Yeah.